busy, yeah, your mood goes straight south. When I try to reassemble and you're not feeling level, but I can't be the only one that's helping you out. I didn't apply to sacrifice all of myself to you. Oh, and all of my time was wasted trying to be there to get you through. I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine. Working the night shift, think I'm going
welcome to this week's broadcast, the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We're broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena. I am your host, Artie Nerdy Bird Rain. Joining me on desk is going to be Jacob Jem Palmer to call all of the action. Tonight we kick off a brand new Rumble, so to speak, because we actually have the Hawks and the Mammoths facing off in a best-of-3 show match. Who will come out on top? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. One thing we are aware of that we don't have to wait for is that we know that the Mammoths have some roster swaps. What are your thoughts on those?
Well, that's really the whole point of these show matches, is trying to gauge where everyone is talent-wise, because one of the things you never want as we, start a new season and start the Rumbles is for one team to become insanely overpowered, and then they just kind of rush their way through the bracket. And so these show matches are a great opportunity to try to take some top players who maybe have played against each other, see how they work on the same team, and vice versa. And the last time we saw it in the best-of-5 show match to start off the winter matches, it went all 5 games. So it was a knockdown, drag-em-out fight for the last show match. We'll see if the coaches are just as successful this week in evenly matching the teams.
Yeah, and you can see in total for the Rumble this week, we have the Hawks, Mammoths, Stingrays, and Barracudas. It's actually going to be the Mammoths and the Hawks facing off on screen with us, while the Stingrays and Barracudas settle their differences in private quarters, I suppose is the best way to put it. Behind closed doors without an in-game camera looking at them. But for those teams that are going to be on screen and those that are listening prior to the start of their match off screen, we of course have some important words of advice for them coming in the form of Doc's Keys to the Game, specifically for Valorant, because the man, even though he just turned, no joke, someone said he turned 70, that's not true. His birthday was yesterday, mine was the day prior, so happy birthday, Doc. Doc's Keys to the Game in Valorant, because he is an old soul but brilliant, are flank effectively, spend and peek wisely, count cards, call abilities, and click heads. Doc's Keys to the Game are presented today by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com, where you can improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure, and you'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. So as we jump into this match between the Hawks and the Mammoths, I do know the map we're going to be on now.
Okay.
It is a map we've not seen in a long time, and that is Split.
All right. Yes, Split re-entering the rotation. We say goodbye to stages like Breeze, and so many people were missing Split by the time it was rotating back in.
I wanted Split back. It felt like literal ages. I know it was just months. Time does not go fast enough in some games, but Split is such a gorgeous map. I love just being able to play as a rat and rotate through sewers and flank really, really slowly on that map, and I think it's gorgeous. So yes, I'm excited that Split is back. Are you?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a classic stage. I always like seeing, one of the points I like about Split is I just like any map that just allows kind of a Cypher choice, because he's not viable equally on all stages. He's my favorite agent, so we've seen a couple sneaky camera placements on Split, and some Cyphers really pop off, so I'm excited.
Well, one thing that's not sneaky at all is actually VitaShop, as they have everything a gamer could need. Scan the QR code now to check out their latest products, and possibly you might be able to find something on sale. Thank you so much, VitaShop, for being here with us today. Now Split, you can see just how much there is here. I always assumed it was called Split just because of the sheer dichotomy between the two halves of the map. One is very much so urban, modernized, and the other half is more of kind of like, I guess, in decay and ruin. It probably has something to do with the lore, but oh my gosh, this is gorgeous.
Yep, it's always nice to see production surprising us with these nice new graphics that we can marvel at. Mammoths versus Hawks.
I appreciate this. This is so fancy.
And this is also a good time to say that, this place, the rafters that they're hanging up here on A, is one of the many places that have been changed on Splits. They completely kind of worked around Heaven on A. They changed it up, changed how long the rafters head out, how long the direction of the stairs in the room itself. So a lot of good changes to Split hopefully are going to give us some exciting matches.
I do appreciate Riot actually listening to the fan base in some of these regards with just there being too much stuff or not enough stuff to allow for easy peeking. But we've got a very fast engage. The duplicate goes out. It gets popped. We already have Prior forced to teleport.
Talking about new things to see here, we also see Prior on the Yoru, agent that we don't see chosen that often. It's going to be a trade back and forth between both teams, leaving them at 4 apiece. Prior tries to reload, but gets caught in his animation by Master.
I personally adore the Yoru play, but it takes a special type of player to play Yoru.
Certainly does.
I'm not crazy enough, to put it lightly, to play Yoru. Now we've got a P coming out from Heaven. Ghost, it does allow for you to not quite be given away, but it does lack some damage output, so it means you gotta land more shots and be more efficient with them. Smoke's gonna go out. Reyna, Rezkin is gonna pick up the Omen from Heaven. Now we have Rainbow pushing in, trying to find this breach. There was shots fired, and unfortunately the KO 10 health is gonna get popped.
Mammoth starting things off on the right track. They're going to be going into the second round. We'll see what their weapon choices are, and these are going to be crucial because it's going to determine what they keep for the next couple of rounds as they attempt to bonus into 3.
It looks like we got
Judge.
a Judge, a Bulldog. This is always, you know, your buy around is the way that the way of the pros is, you know, buy a Phantom or a Vandal, get 2 of them, everyone else runs Stingers, and then make sure that whomever has the big gun has a buddy with them so they can drop it if they die and their friend picks it up, so there's less to buy. But Jet just hopping around, baits out 2, baits out 3, and that's a 2 for Rezkin. Hydra's gonna find one, and then Furry Lover finds another.
Briar can't do too much on that shorty. That's going to be a complete flawless.
Stand tall.
It does seem like the Jet in both of those instances was kind of the initiator, if you will, to start the, not the initiator role, but just in the general dictionary sense, the initiator to start
Very
the play.
far forward and just baiting.
Jumping around.
Yeah, that is a bold move, to say the least. It's not one I really would have anticipated. It's creative. It's dangerous. I'm here for it, but oh my gosh. Okay, now, so Econ goes in favor of the defense slightly here. They were able to make full buys, and we do have some full buys, I believe, on Mammoth. Rain is going to peek, and Jabe immediately hits them in the head, so that's a first kill finally in favor of the Hawks. The initiation has begun. Omen's going to smoke off Garage and try to back up here. Well, actually mid. Let's see what happens. A much slower rotation out from the Mammoths after losing their Reyna.
Master crouching through the smoke. ICC still seems to be aware that he's there. Meanwhile, off to the side, Jabe is continuing to pop off on this chamber. Gets his triple, the rest fall, and it's a flawless for the Hawks.
That crosshair placement. One thing I've been told, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong on this, like at me on Twitter, because like y'all know Overwatch is my thing. I can spray and pray all day long because the TTK is so much higher in that game, is that you don't really want to be caught in a firefight while crouching anymore, because crouch spamming just does not work because people have gotten better at predicting it.
Yeah, that's such a thing. I mean, you rarely, even when you're looking at collegiate or pro level, you know, people aren't even looking down the crosshairs anymore because it's so fast.
Oh, we got
Talk about fast.
Ooh, Operator on round 4. That is an ego move. I'm here for it, though. Is it toxic? In unranked play slightly.
But Jabe certainly seems to have his strategy. He's locked down mid completely. Only the Viper left from the Mammoths is still trying to keep it open as an option.
I mean, if you're one teammate that has a get out of jail free card, i.e. the Jet with Tailwind, peeks mid and insta gets popped, I think anyone else would be terrified.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this right now, the way Sunny Lee's shooting. You know, there's no crouching, no looking down the crosshairs. It's just peek around the corner and make sure your crosshair placement is right and click to win. But that's not clicking to win.
No.
He's going to drop his op.
Oh, now Sunny Lee's going to pick it up, walling it off, so that's an easy rotation down into Sewer, possibly, or into Heaven. We'll have to wait and see where they choose to go. Yes, it looks like they're going towards...
Ropes.
Yeah, Ropes over to A Heaven. Rainbow is going to be waiting for them. Hydra jumps up. Return fire, but no damage taken on the KO. We do lose, I believe, yes, prior to
30
LJ.
seconds left.
One thing you have to keep in mind is that Fade is holding the op or has placed it down somewhere, and approaches this early on in the game. They do not want to lose that investment. A trade one apiece onto the Mammoths gives Master just enough time to plant. We'll see if he can take a 2-on-1. Oh! Almost gets caught in his animation. He recovers, however.
Oh, the blind! Pop flash from FTW. Okay, so I do believe we lost the op. The person I saw pick it up, I think, yeeted it off the map for lack of a better phrase. I mean, if you
Or
don't,
maybe Rainbow knows where it is.
I don't think Rainbow's got enough. Oh, they
There
do.
you go.
And they intention. Oh boy. No, they're good. They're good, right?
They're good.
Yeah, they Gucci. They got this. That was calculated. Nicely done,
Team
Rainbow.
Ace.
But Okay, you can give it back to... Let's actually, I don't know if they're going to give it back to their Chamber. Chamber has ult, so does the man really need 2 ops?
He much prefers his own hardware, you know, in the lore.
I bring my own peripherals.
Oh, but he's going to take the op again, so maybe just save the Tour de Force. I mean, it can be a nice fill-in if there is an eco round, so he might just be happy to take the op right now.
I bring my own
Let's
peripherals
dance.
at every esports gamer ever.
We'll see how well he can react because
Ooh,
his
the leer. Get the save, get the save. Nice. I think that was a hip shot.
anything except the Tootsies will do it when you're on the op. He has to get a headshot there on the Headhunter. Takes damage down to 20 health, is going to retreat through ropes.
Firing squad gonna post up here, jump down into ropes. Jabe has less than, as Jacob mentioned, 20 health, fully backed off. Someone shot the dupe, it don't matter. Rez can hold strong and finds the kill regardless.
I love how the duplicate didn't really make a difference there because both of them just got shot at the same time. So they were spreading their chances out to make sure that, well, the real Yoru's in there somewhere. Meanwhile, Sunny Lee retreating a little bit on Heaven as Mammoths go for the push through. There is no one really left on B. Everyone is kind of following the Mammoths through mid, up into Heaven.
To my world.
Viper's Pit comes out. Furry Lever's caught in crossfire. We do hear the plant, but Omen, you need to check your angles first, my friend.
One enemy remaining.
Hydra hanging out in their own Viper's Pit, has a 2-on-1.
Just keep your gun out, please. Please just keep your gun out. Do not go back to your knife. We've seen this too many times here. Oh, you. Oh! I saw the Headhunter come through the smoke, and right when that happened, Viper looked away. I was like, oh, that's it. That is your doom.
It's kind of the rule of thumb in Valorant. If you're holding an angle and you think now's the time to, you know, stop holding that angle, just hold there for just 1 or 2 more seconds.
Yeah, you always end up regretting it as soon as you look away.
This was the most interesting play that I thought because it really turned everything on its head. You see Jet here not expecting the flank from behind. No one was on B because really the Mammoths had pushed so forcefully up through mid that the Hawks were trying to really kind of flank them, and it worked out.
Well, that Jet's positioning was interesting, at least in my opinion, because when you don't have full intel on where everyone's coming from, you've got a full 180 degrees that you have to look to cover. So why would you stand in the middle of it at the highest point?
Makes you feel important.
That is valid, and if that is what you need to get your shots fired on point like Pryor does, then go for it. The Pryor's probably going to send either a fake TP. Ooh, yikers. That's going to stun back our defense. Molly gets dropped by KO. I think that's a Marshall coming out from the Hawks right now. I have seen Marshalls go toe-to-toe with Ops, so I'm not doubting it. It's just that is a bold move yet again.
Teleport's ready.
Talking about holding the Marshall, we see Jet rotating off to the side for the smoke. It's going to be a sniper battle. Takes out one, and the op shot misses.
Yep. Whew. But the follow-up shot doesn't miss.
3-2.
Sage wall
Can't
gets
use this
busted.
yet.
Master uses slow. They're looking for an opportunity to get this plant. They're going to do it in line of sight at Heaven. We have Nightfall get dropped, and Master goes down from the off shot from Heaven. No
One
one
enemy
was
remaining.
making sure that our chamber was taken care of, and defenders are going to lock it down and win this round.
It's normally not a very standard spike placing position since it does just give complete view over to Heaven.
Yeah, like
Couple
right
of steps
here.
back, you would have been shielded, but
And
this chamber is more than happy. He'll take it.
Doink. I mean, I understand if you had control of Heaven completely doing that, so you could play for sights and play for time, but you had 2 of your teammates right behind you.
So now this tour de force might just be superfluous with how well Jabe's doing on the op. He's already up to 9-3.
It's just a strike fear. Oh my gosh, Hydra goes down immediately as the round starts to Jabe. We do have a res online. How did Hydra get picked? Where were they picked off? Oh my gosh, it was a strong peek into garage.
Jabe is just holding it down. Pryor takes a risky teleport right into the action. got to be happy with
enemy
just it being a
remaining.
one-on-one trade at that point, because those often do not go in your favor.
Pop Flash Club. It looks like KO is having the time of their life. We've got a gun trade over for LJ. I don't even remember what they were holding. They might have just wanted a different skin, but who's going to win in this stagnation here? Is it going to be LJ or is it going to be our Chamber? Chamber's backing off with sights on the with the operator. So really, you got to just don't peek, don't peek. Hold the angle. Just no.
I don't think they were listening to you.
I can pray and beg that my signals are being sent via ESP to people sometimes. Like, sometimes I can manifest my request.
Oh, look at that. He saw the smoke being thrown out by Jet and kind of used the momentum the Jet was walking to just predict where the headshot would be. Mm-hmm. He is locked in.
That is a scary Chamber that you don't peek.
At this point, this really makes it important that you're placing those smokes in just the right position, because even if he sees a few pixels of your hair, that's enough information for him.
Just like the SCP, it only takes 3 pixels. Pre-firing, so Pryor knows at least one's there. I don't know if they know LJ is there. Rainbow with this pop flash. This change to the pop flash for KOs was ridiculous. They hear the wall, Tailwind comes out. They find one, they are aware of the next one. Pop flash, the Sage was not looking at it, so they definitely did not get flashed. Molly, another pop flash, and Smoke's gonna
down
block
mid.
off line of sight from the Sage, so they don't even have to worry about it.
Bit of fire being exchanged in mid as Hydra still has the spike. Rezkin is way off from his team, trying to get a flank through ropes.
Rez can do what Rez can do. We just don't. Oh.
Stealing sight.
Throws out the lead. Oh, stops the
Free up, free up, free up, free up. Oh, man.
One
The
enemy
overheal,
remaining.
yikers. It's always a tough decision. Do you go for
30
overheal or do you
seconds
go
left.
for dismiss? I think if there's 2 people right in front of you and one can 180 you, you might want to go for the dismiss. Just my own opinion.
At this point, I think the safer
will
option would
not
just
kill
be
my
for Sunny
allies.
Lee to pick up that op and run.
I'm with you on that. I mean, you're up
Spike
5-2.
planted.
This will give them back some of that econ that they're going to need to start getting the kind of momentum shift back in their favor for the Mammoth squad, though.
Where are
So, leaving it and going for a possible exit frag is an option as well. They see the Stage. They're going to use a Hound on them. They're going to pick up the red.
One enemy
Whoa.
remaining.
Oh! Okay, now grab the op and diff them.
Bring them down.
We're just a little bit too cautious in our mentality because he wants it all
Prowler.
against Hydra.
Ooh, we're gonna run out of time here. Yep, you just gotta back off. No one is gonna have time to grab the operator now, which is fine. Definitely no Chamber has enough money to buy himself one. He's maxed out on credits here, so not that big of a deal. They guarantee no heckin' way. Yeah, no, okay. I was like, there's no way you're gonna go fast enough for this one. Just backed up a few pixels too far, but we can look at this pop-off moment again. The Haunt did mark one person right before it got destroyed, and that was huge. And when we send out the Prowler, and in that moment, instead of going after the Sage who's prowled, they take care of the Reyna who's protecting them. That is some big brain play.
No doubt that the Hawks have plenty of credits to rebuy. In fact, the Mammoths are still technically on a save. One of them's having to settle for a Bulldog.
Flash and Dupe both popped right there by Pryor. That's a lot of util to not even get any shots exchanged. Not a whole lot of intel either, but they are aware that they are hard committing here to A. This Sage is going to be met quite soon. And we do have Hydra be taken down and then immediately return the favor. Sunny Lee goes down.
That Jet is playing with fire, but manages to slither away. 3v3 Hawks Mammoths, spikes placed. Mammoths have a few ultimates that they can use maybe to try to defend this point. They're going to be using the Empress to start things off. And Rezkin,
One enemy remaining.
once he's got it, there's no stopping him.
Ice. Oh no, Ice, you are getting pinned down, my friend. Don't crouch! Stop crouching!
I do like the Empress just because
Deep breaths,
Reyna's lap
everyone.
is like so
Your hearts
Saturday
are
morning
pounding.
cartoon villain.
It really is, but she has such a tragic lore story that after, if anyone's unaware, I'm a huge lore fan when it comes to video games that are like just online with no real kind of PvE elements. And so I read into the Valorant lore, and her story is so tragic, but oh my gosh, she seems so absolutely off kilt. The madness is kind of justified in her case, though. I'll give it to her.
There's the tour de force being brought out by the Hawks after losing 2 rounds. They're going to have to depend on it.
LJ, you're getting warbled. We call this getting warbled, at least in my friend group, because it's when you know that there's a Yoru running through you.
Briar now comes out of his ult. No one can get even a whole bunch of chip damage onto Rezkin, and it's going to force a teleport back onto B.
Oh, that's a lot of noise.
No more dreams.
That was a little bit of away there, Junie. Oh, Pryor is going to
Spike
pop
down
Master.
A.
Teleport.
Down goes the Sage. We do have LJ manage to pick up the spike just in case. Okay, I thought we were going to pop rolling because then. Wait, what were you
player
doing there?
standing.
Hydra is going to ask. I
Spike
mean, playing
down
like a
A.
rat. If you're in the sewers, you got to be a rat and just be quiet. Holding that angle strong. Hydra says, "You scared me." Yes, Hydra, I can relate. Welcome to the Valorant Jump Scare Squad.
You can keep your amnesia, Dark Descent, you know. Valorant, that'll really terrify you sometimes.
Yeah, the water level of Valorant takes horror jump scares to a whole new level.
Certainly with you on that. I mean, at least the great thing here is that at least when you're rotating through sewers, unlike Pearl, you don't have to go fumble manas. There's actually room to move through the sewers.
And I'd like to point out, if I say someone's playing like a rat, I promise it's not an insult. Someone has told me that I'm insulting someone by saying that. I'm not. It is me giving... A lot of the things that I say that sound like insults are actually me giving you props in the world of gameplay. I promise.
Once again, Mammoths are going to be kept off of a full purchase. One of them is having to settle for a lesser gun and small shields, I believe, if I saw that correctly.
Just go for a full save round. Stop trying to do these, like, kind of piecemeal buys and praying. Yeah, you just, at that point, if your whole team can't buy, just don't buy and do a full save. You're only down 2 now, and that would swing the econ back in your favor. But we have Briar pick up 1. Rezkin's going to kill them in response. So an equal trade. There's no opportunity for the Mammoths to pick back up their Viper. AC is going to be forced to teleport. They are going to smoke off Heaven's entrance just to give them some leeway as Jabe goes down to Furry Lover. And now Hawks are down 2, so I guess I can eat my words unless somehow the Mammoths end up losing this round. They do have Rolling Thunder to allow them entry, but it's not necessarily needed unless they know where most of the enemy team is at.
Sunny Lee holding a Leer, trying... actually, excuse me, not a Leer. He's going to throw the Prowler out. It's not really going to make that much of a difference. LJ flashes around the corner, forces IC off of Raptors, now back onto ground level, looking over A. The plant is going to go down onto A from the Mammoths. Hawks have to retake. That's a good start by Rainbow. He has a flashbang around the corner. He's peeking an op, however, and gets taken.
I had that pop flash just been a little bit further. Oh, Okay.
You know, but this kind of points to a trend that I've been noticing with both the Yoru and the Jet, is there's a lot more kind of, for lack of a better term, reckless use of these movement abilities. Like normally the teleport and the tailwind used to get you out of a dangerous situation and keep you going on, but here they're just charging in with them.
Yeah, it gives me, like, you know, 2 weeks ago we had our Raze just double blast pack in almost off cooldown.
Yes.
And it worked like 90% of the time, but then the 10% it did, it was like, ooh, was that really worth it that time? Because it just looked really bad.
It's the classic multiplayer experience.
Truly.
Even if it works 90% of the time, the 10% of the time it doesn't work, they're going to make you feel like an idiot.
I mean, most of the time when I'm playing video games, I feel like an idiot.
Well, the Hawks certainly are going to feel like an idiot for peeking that op that Rez is holding.
Oh, yeah. Operators sometimes make you lose some IQ.
In sight.
Rezkin puts out the
player
Leer
standing.
and is unable to take out.
Through the Leer?
Last
Really?
player standing.
Rainbow's crosshair placement is just incredible.
Now it's down to a 1v1. Hydra grabs the spike. It's important to notice that Hydra has a slight disadvantage in terms of health. With the shields, only has 81 health, whereas Pryor's at the full 150.
I don't think Pryor knows where Hydra's at, but is taking their best guess. Because we just had util drop over towards CT from B.
30 seconds left.
But they are somehow, I mean, you have a 50-50 shot here. Pryor's in the right spot. Check in heaven, that's fine, but go check counter spawn. Again, I'm trying to manifest it. The one thing that I can say thankfully here for our Viper is that Yoru does not have his ultimate. Now that is where the Viper's Pit does not tend to work out so well.
Don't know if they're looking the right way.
The flick!
Wow!
You know, you said it earlier, and it was that health differential. Pryor with 44 health, yes, it was partly the ultimate that DK'd his health. Did manage to win, and I do think had our Viper had all of their health, they could have won that one out. Also, possibly crosshair placement?
I don't know, but also just the reaction time on that flick as well, because there was an audio cue that tipped him off to it.
You gotta be sneaky. It's all about the jump scares. Even if you're in the Viper's Pit, if you see them, just be sneaky. Get right up against them. If their back is turned, knife them. You don't even have to use your gun.
Now, here's the interesting thing is that Hawks on their first kind of attack round, they're kind of coalescing around B, but we haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay around B because Jabe was holding it down so well in the early part of this game, so we'll see if Hawks have a little bit of better luck.
Did we ever see the two of their foes get popped in the first round?
Yes, it was pop.
Okay, just wanted clarification if that person was just flexing on everyone, like being like, I don't need my ult. Oh no, that Sage will actually give them the perfect angle just to destroy that poor Jet. They get obliterated. We do see some knife action going on just to take care of the mid. Hydra's gonna peek, but they're just using a classic. And we have a rotation coming out. Suni Lee is going to run away. Sage is taking a bold swing forward. Suni Lee is at less than half health here. Ooh,
Jabe,
Headhunter.
not the one you want to run into in an alley. One shot, and he has brought the Hawks to a one-person advantage.
Now, personally, I don't want to meet anyone in an alley, but okay. LJ, did you? Okay, that was your team. I was like, did you just hear ropes? Because I heard ropes.
Spike planted.
Look at the rotation also through sewers here.
The flick from LJ, yes. Good job.
Icy is going to find himself pinched in from both sides.
One enemy remaining.
Rezkin picks up a double.
Free ghost, free ghost.
Rainbow, though, might be able to stall. Oh, man, it depends on how long he's able to stall it out.
Get
the
your
defuse is going
body
to. Didn't quite go for the body block, but overall still worked out for the Mammoths. Weskin, look at that 21-10.
Disgusting. But nicely done. But still disgusting. You are a menace to society in the world of Valorant.
Definitely seems to have that comfort pick on the Reyna. I think we've seen him bring it out in times past, and it's just, you know, it really seems like the solo queue mentality really comes into play with the Reyna. You know what? I've won so many games with her.
I mean, her kit's so strong.
Well, you don't want to peek it. Okay, it wasn't enough. Still a bit dangerous.
Don't do it. Don't do it. What did I say?
Jabe is like, I got this. He's just hopping above.
Guys! Okay. Thank you, Hydra, but still, I don't need that type of anxiety in my life. What? I don't understand.
Rezkin also. I thought I was going to get another headshot. The Mammoths have tied it up, 7-7.
The one thing I noticed with Rezkin is they're a strong player, but they sometimes let their ego get the better of them. Like, you have the option to back off a little and then reload, and instead you sit there and don't even use your dismiss that is still available.
Sometimes you just get so much in the groove, you're just like, yeah, just keep bringing them on. I can take them all. And I don't know if that is exactly Rezkin's mentality right now, but he definitely has that top fragger position locked in. Full Vandal buys as the Mammoths try to bonus with their second-round picks.
Oh, down goes Pryor.
Hydra, you know,
Toxins going
still making the Bulldog work.
I've seen when you can't really afford a good gun going for the Bulldog, it's just the spread's too much for me. I would rather go with the Stinger. I know the power output of the Bulldog is stronger, but you got to understand, I already spray and pray in this game. So, oh, Hydra caught with the knife out.
Sunny Lee also is going to manage to get a pick. Moonkeeper hanging out in heaven.
Oh, no.
He's going to run right into Rainbow.
Oh, no.
A double.
No. Trigger, no.
Standing.
It definitely seemed like a 2-for-1 trade is still going to work out for the Mammoths, although see this Jet, I mean, I don't know. Icy gets a peek. A millisecond peek is going to teleport back. Just try to take the sidelines at this point.
If you were this Jet, what would you do right now?
I mean, you gotta isolate one of these angles with the smoke like that. I don't know if you just run right into it. Was trying to probably do a big brain play, but had their knife out as well.
So, I think one of these days I'm going to keep a tally of how many times we see players get killed because they have their knife out. I understand the speed advantage it gives you and how, like, the audio reduction, but when you still have a lot of time, which that spike was not ticking fast yet.
And also sometimes with Valorant players, it's just almost like a fiddle kind of thing. You
Like
know, they bring out
autopilot?
the knife just to, you know, it's sometimes just a, lack of a better term, a tick, and it can, if you're not careful when you use it, you'll pay for it. Meanwhile, see Jet already with a pick on two. Chamber picks up a double and Tailwinds away.
Down A.
Man, I need to see that Jet's POV in that moment because how I thought that they were completely around the corner. I did not think they would get that.
Streak is going to be stopped.
That is my favorite gun right there on the ground. You should use that up.
One down.
I don't like your current gun. Just saying.
Last player standing.
Ooh, that's rough. All right, Rainbow. 4K, let's go. 4K. Tactically an ace. You have 30 health. Let's do this. Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Just the two-person advantage ultimately proved its worth in that scenario. I don't quite know what was going on here, though, with this. I mean, I guess you are able to... Rainbow is stunned a little bit. But overall, just not checking that inner angle. Not checking everything. We also see a Bucky be brought out by Pryor.
Bucky Gaming. I don't really know what the plan is here for Pryor, though. Truly,
You want to play? Let's play.
I don't. Please go away.
I'm going to try to... Oh, was
Sage,
looking
stop
to...
jumping. Please stop jumping.
Still thinks they might be pushing through garage, but they're all focused in on mid.
Oh, no. The firing squad's posted up. No! Sage! Oh, gosh.
Man, it's giving me a heart attack with how much they're bringing out their knife. Misses that first ice, is going to really catch themselves, but manages to find a wallbang around the corner.
Don't. You should have counted and seen how many there were. Your wall is already breached. Oh, no. Oh, I mean, the trade
Spike
ended
down
where the
mid.
spike's at, so, I mean, not horrible.
Icy is going to be happy to pick up that Vandal, especially on a save round for him. Sunny Lee picks up the Bulldog.
There should have been another body there with a nice gun. Huh. The Bulldog's your cup of tea. I won't judge.
Hydra gets the pick onto Pryor. Now it is 4-2 left. Hawks deciding
30 seconds left.
if they want to try to rotate through ropes to open up A. The one problem is that Jet is standing ominously right on point.
I had not noticed that until you pointed it out. Oh my gosh.
That is a sideline that
Find
is...
you.
Okay, it was just hiding behind the digital
Check
map.
your
They
angle.
don't know. Yeah, he's there. He was in the early as well.
Why? Why would you start
That
no
is-
plans?
Disrespectful. The double tailwind with the shorty to shoot them just directly underneath you.
Okay, for everyone watching, this is why you check your angles. All that was literally, okay, I'm facing straight left, 180 to the right. There is nothing else there when you walk to that billboard area in the back of point. Just look to the right. Clear it out. You had time.
Hawks coalescing back around Garage. Does look like everyone is at a full buy here.
Sage was about to wall mid again.
Well, okay. They're still going to get a few of those EMP shots. Time to res the KO. That's pretty good.
They did bring down 2, though. Master and Reyna both go down.
The plant is going to go through for the
Spike
Hawks.
planted.
Now they have a 5-3 advantage. Make that 4-3.
Rolling Thunder is online. We might see it used here. Looks like they are going to, but I don't know if LJ knows that there's someone above to their left. Face your fear!
Nightfall also used by Hawks to try to keep control
One
at this
enemy
point.
remaining.
Icy from the Raptors catches them unaware. It's going to be a triple for him, and the game tied at 9 apiece.
I will take back what is mine.
Next map, I'm keeping a tally of how many people die because they have their knife out.
It's probably it's a good tally to keep.
I'm doing it for curiosity's sake at this point.
Okay, this round could be absolutely huge for the Hawks because see that Jet has bought the op for the Mammoths.
I did not manage to see Jet's econ though in comparison to the rest of everyone.
Had only 900 credits left, so this is a very big purchase.
Ooh, that is definitely a make or break.
Decides to hold down mid.
Okay, they saw 2.
Just a bunch of fire through the smokes.
And even with Viper holding Viper's Pit here on B,
Oh!
Jay, why do you have to do this to me?
Jabe is the ultimate sneaky player and dislodges the op. He can pick that up for himself.
There
That
we
is the
go.
last
Yours
person
doing
you
it.
want holding an op.
This is the shoot me gameplay.
Spike planted.
Zoro runs into Viper's Pit and says, when I say shoot me, shoot at me, and that's how you take care of the Viper.
Man, if only Jabe had known the op was up there in heaven. I don't think that Jet even fired it once, so.
I don't think
Cutting their vision.
just tragic.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
Moonkeeper not looking. He's got both angles covered. He has to stun one. Goes for the other, but Icy takes him out from above. And a huge round win for the Hawks. They also probably have picked up that op that the Mammoth spot. Yep, they're going to be more than happy to take that,
Jabe
give it
gets
over to
it.
Jabe. And now you see the direct consequences of that huge purchase for the Mammoths. 2 of them now on small shields.
And
Jet having to make do with a Sheriff.
yeah. Did you see if Jet was close to their ultimate?
No,
they are not.
no, they're wow. Okay, no one's really close except for Master.
It's gonna be a rough round, but
You know what? Who needs it? Who needs an ultimate?
I guess
I can't use that.
you have no tailwind because you're suppressed, and you're still holding the hard angle. All right, you have confidence. Ooh!
Teleport out from Icy, a bit risky, but it pays off. He's able to take out the Jet. Reskin is not checking his right angle here, but he's not going to. And Icy makes him pay for it.
Why would you dismiss out just to go right back to the same spot?
Just trying to get in their mind, play with them.
Spike
You
planted.
can't understand what's going on in this mind.
I obviously can't. I don't even know what's going on in mine half the time, so it's fair.
Poison orb emitting.
One Poison Orb thrown out by Hydra on the retake. Oh, that's the
player
decoy.
standing.
It still works out for Pryor. That Sage is hopping around with a dream. It's down to just 26 health.
Sukuno spray for prosperity's sake.
Most importantly, Hawks still maintain control of that op. They're now 2 rounds away from winning the first game. And this
All right,
econ
Ringo.
I'm seeing
Okay,
from
let's go.
Mammoth, this is 2 save rounds for them in a row. Because they didn't full save that last round, it's going to be 2 half buys.
Really gotta just know when to give up the ghost on like trying to force buy if your whole team can. It makes your econ go all over the place. Force buying an
rip the
off when
light
if you
from
lose
them.
the round, everyone's eco will be left in shambles as opposed to just everyone full buying. You gotta question it at that point.
Moonkeeper's the only one keeping this site on A lone. Also see Hydra peeking around the corner, gets taken out by Sunny Lee. And these sniper attempts by Mammoths on defense have just not worked out for them. Moonkeeper almost didn't realize where he was backing up. I do not know how he got out of that one. Now it's 3 apiece, much to my shock.
Weapon here.
One enemy remaining.
Moonkeeper, why are you doing so much? You're not even supposed to be alive right now. He was literally walking backwards into somebody. How do you live through that?
Day, is it?
It's just skill.
It's the next level play, the walk backwards strategy.
Exactly. It's advancing in the opposite direction, okay? It's not...
That would be a very fun custom game. A very crazy, maybe not fun, but a crazy custom game mode where they make it you can only walk backward.
I would play it. I would play it. I'd be here for all the jump scares. My anxiety be through the roof. Might have a heart attack. It'd be fine.
Well, looks like we have a pause of the timer for a tech pause. That looks like it is indeed the case, so we'll just wait for that to be resolved as still a narrow lead for the Hawks, 11-10. I was really not expecting them to lose that last round. It seemed to me they had the early advantage in terms of people. I'm going to mention one more time when Moonkeeper walked backwards into somebody, I thought that was an automatic death. Apparently I am completely wrong.
Pure skill.
The 180 no scope, that's truly a 180 no scope moment.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes the other person's crosshair placement just isn't where it should be. But, I mean, you don't question it at that point.
Yep.
It's like the Rocket League moment of, I didn't know that was going to go in, so I'm just going to say it was calculated.
Rezkin is definitely trying to rally the Mammoths back. He's up to 26 in his KDA. Might break 30 by the time everything's done here.
Sneaky peeky from Pryor and doesn't see anybody.
In fact, since they're all hard committing through
My ult's
Garage,
ready.
as long as Rezkin can continue to hold this angle, that might buy enough time for the rest of the Mammoths to be able to kind of pinch them in.
Heaven was completely open, so Rezkin was... Had there been a pinch here, Rezkin would have not been in a good spot. Empress gets popped, the first Lyra's drops. They're going to slow outside... Oh.
Oh, if they don't check this angle immediately...
Firing squad
They
post
don't!
out.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
No!
gosh!
3 fall!
Where are we? Mark one.
That was the most
Bring them
tragic
down.
angle peak failure I have ever seen. All 4 of
Bring
them
them
went
down.
through, not one of them looked
30
to the
seconds
right.
left.
This is why you check your ankles. All right. Got 2 rats. Which one's going to be the rattier rat?
One left.
Actually, it's going to be the exterminator who's standing outside of the sewer.
Now tied back up at 11 apiece, and yeah, I bet I know what play we're seeing again.
This...
It's just one after another.
Jacob and Artie's key to the game. Check your heckin' angles.
It took so long for Sunny Lee to turn around, too. I was fully expecting that to actually be a quad.
How do you have 4 people walk through an entrance and all of you face one direction?
You are powerless.
You know, off of that momentum, this Jet certainly isn't going to stop. They immediately keep the angle in Garage. They're getting mowed down, especially with
Spike
Master
down,
holding
B.
this up. It's going to put the Mammoths up to match point in a dramatic come from behind fashion.
Last player standing.
There's one left. It's Jabe.
I can't. I can't.
You know, this habit of looking in one direction also isn't going to... If Jabe doesn't watch out from behind him, he's going to get pinched in here. Yep. Well, match point for the Mammoths. And this is not a round that I want to see a Spectre be brought out from the Hawks. That is a big yikes.
It's what you get.
Now, they do have the slide advantage in terms of ultimates. In fact, why are you even going on a Spectre? Because that Chamber can just use his tour de force. Have him by your gun.
You want to know what's more scary here? The Sage is the one with the operator and not the Jet. If that doesn't scream confidence, I don't know what does.
Rezkin is going to be the first taken out. Keeper might get a huge stun. Oh, no.
I don't think it actually got any of them. They're just slightly out of it. Furry Lover is going to get warbled here, as we do have the Yoru inside that rift, and they're just going to run away and face the back of spawn and camp. Oh, we've got a camper.
Fortunately for him, it doesn't look like this camping strategy is going to work out at the beginning. Hydra now takes it down to just 3. Just 4, excuse me. This is a good fight back from the Mammoths.
Jet is still here.
Oh!
Oh! No, you get a... No.
No, he doesn't get the op, but he was using a short of... Never mind.
Yikes.
2 left.
One
4
enemy
Mammoths.
remaining.
It's the Sage and the op to win it.
Come on, Sage. Oh, no, and you lost the operator!
Now that makes that big of a difference because we're heading into overtime anyway.
That's fine.
Switching sides. Overtime.
The good news is for both of these teams, at least in overtime, they'll have all the credits that they need to purchase the guns that they want. So these half-buy scenarios shouldn't be a problem.
At first, I saw the Sage Master. They had just a classic, and I was like, what are you doing?
This could be an absolutely huge knife for Rainbow. He seems to be predicting it correctly that Hawks are, that Mammoths, excuse me, are going to try to charge through Garage. And the angle is being held closely by this object. Teleports away, gets away with it.
Viper Wall goes up to try and get entry here, but he does not have the right angle. Prior and Icy go down. The firing squad posted up through mid. Hawks have one less agent than the Mammoths do. Lots of noise through ropes. Sunili knows that they're coming for him. And now the Hawks just have 2 players left standing. Who is going to come out on top?
Also, again, caught with the knife. That's another caught with the knife kill.
We're going to bring it up every time we see it, just because, come on, guys. Learn from your mistakes. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, you heard that, right? You heard that.
Planted.
Oh! I thought he was going to get caught out in his reload for sure.
I thought he was going to pull out his knife.
I don't know how well you can hide behind that wall with such a long scope on
Last player
barrel on that op.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, 1 left. Rainbow's going to rip his ultimate. But Hydra still has a huge health advantage here, so even though they're suppressed...
Flash.
I don't...
Where's the spike? It's planted versus sights, isn't it? Oh,
Nice knowing you.
Oh.
And the post-plant lineup is there.
Line up Larry coming in clutch.
All right, Mammoths at match point.
Switching sides.
They're
Match
going to have to
point.
switch sides. We'll win one more time on defense, and they'll have it. Meanwhile, a lot more of kind of variety than we normally seen. And by that, I mean 7-3, but still more variety than we usually seen in terms of, oh, I was going to say Vandals and Phantoms, because I'm just more of a Phantom person. But
Same.
But everyone Loves the Vandal.
I've been told I need to reevaluate my life choices for being a Phantom fan.
I mean, again, I think most of the time it's almost like an ego thing. You just want that one-click pop-off.
I can't aim. I have to use a Phantom.
Well, Mammoths are going to have to earn that victory a little bit more now. They're down 1. Gets a dink onto Jade.
This is where the Phantom is not the best thing. Long range, it just doesn't work out.
As much as we were talking out the Phantom, we do see now why a lot of people love the Vandal.
It's because you serpentine and you close distance, spraying and praying and hoping you get some like chip damage while you close that distance, and you're moving too, well, like a crazy person to get hit by a Vandal trying to go for a headshot, and then at that close range, the spray and pray works out. Easy as pie.
All right, one of the Prowlers going to be thrown out into mid, trying to clear out Rezkin, trying to hold down the fort. Couple shots exchanged. Oh, I'm seeing that Omen might is able to get him.
Master's going to take down Suni Lee, who did have Spike, but easily picked up by the KO. Crossfire set up.
One enemy remaining. Last player
LJ finds
standing.
2-piece. Rainbow did go down to Rezkin. Well, did take out Rezkin.
10
so now
seconds
it's
left.
LJ versus
Oh,
Rainbow.
are you kidding me?
health.
Are you kidding me?
4 health. Bro.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Okay, we're going again.
Survive.
I'm so glad that this is just the first round of this best of 3.
It's going to be like this all day.
These teams don't just want to win, they want to win in style.
They want to get a win while giving coaches and casters maximum anxiety.
Jade takes a... All right, that's an offer taken out.
That's one way to assert dominance. I like the slow to force ICE back and not even go after him. Just more as like a precautionary ability usage. Was it worth it? I don't know, but with the habit of not checking angles, probably.
Spike planted.
Spike is down.
Remove.
Nice pick by the Hawks. They are fighting back, and the Mammoth...
One enemy remaining.
Oh, no. No one's really working out with the offense.
Enemy down. My ultimate is ready.
anxiety is getting
Don't get in my way.
Well, the Viper's Pit also charged up by Hydra. Still has to take a 2-on-1.
Just run in and go get Hydra.
Tries to bait out the defuse.
Ring around the rosy. Oh no. Oh no.
One enemy remaining.
Oh no. Not enough time.
Oh, no, I think... No.
Clutch.
1 minute. What? 1.33 seconds
Switching
off.
sides. Match point.
All
to
right,
stop
Mammoths,
back
you're
up.
at match point again. Let's see if the third time's the charm.
Sometimes I just hate tennis rules.
At this point, just be glad that, you know, the worst of Valorant isn't, you know, a match that it's just one match, best of 3, best of 5, and then it's over. It isn't like tennis where, okay, you've won a match, now win 5 more to get the set.
I would cry.
Feeling sight. Cutting their vision.
Hawks trying to hang on as Mammoths. I want to take just a bit more of a cautious position. They are defending. They don't need to take too many reckless peeks. That's a good start by Rezkin. And I would say this is probably the
One
end.
enemy remaining.
Rezkin, look to your left!
And they still win it.
I mean, yes, but
Defenders
Rezkin,
win.
You don't have to just look straight, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's fine. Your team cleaned up for you. Not trying to say anything there or throw shade, but your Sage did clean up for you. And obviously, based off of that, you can see that going at it alone can only get you so far. If you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills, and we definitely just saw that in that last play. Esports Tower really takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates, and I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Halter. And for those of you watching who have not checked out the Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's a fast track to help you rank up. So, with the Mammoths taking Game 1, they have themselves at match point heading into Map 2. Before we have to say goodbye, never mind. Before we have to say goodbye, do you have any predictions?
I hope for the life of me that this is a 2-0, because after that going 15-13, I just hope for everyone's sake here and mental health and well-being and cardiovascular health more than ever anything that this ends without 3 games going into overtime.
I appreciate the sentiment, and thank you so much for joining me here on Desk. We're going to throw to a quick break, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes, and I'm going to have a new co-caster with me because Jem has important business to attend to. Have fun, my friend.
Thank you.
You take really strong players from disparate communities and you put them together on teams with expert coaching.
So you mean to tell me by all the hands in the room, everybody in here is that top 2%?
It's ultimate, it's a 1v1, and Prestige does it!
It's not every day that you're a kid like me and you get to have this experience.
Something, he gets one.
This boot camp is really about finding out every weakness.
There's no such thing as a big mistake at this level.
I have people in the crowd there cheering my name on. I have to give them a show.
That feeling of just being up on stage and having a whole crowd of people, it's unbeatable.
1v1, but... Oh, why would you pick him?
I love this. I want to do this every day.
You didn't make a choice, so you were just looking at things.
If you want to go pro, sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
Jump up and down, you're a crowd, you're casters. It's a transformational experience.
That was a light switch, and now I see what it's all about.
A lot of players here right now are caught up in winning their tournaments 5-10 years down the road. They're not going to remember who won.
This week's broadcast, the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We're broadcasting it from the Boise State Esports Arena. And so now we've closed out game 1 with the Hawks taking it away on Split. Can they, apologies, the Mammoths taking it away on Split. Can the Hawks survive and make it to a game 3? Well, they're gonna have a map that, I don't know if they chose, but it's a little bit of an interesting one. We're going to Fracture. I'm your host, Artie, and on Dust Now with me is Joannie. And this is our first time ever casting together.
Yeah, it is. Basically my first time casting in this, especially for Esports Tower. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm lucky it's Valorant, so I kind of know the gist of whatever's happening in the game. So I'm ready for it.
I'm excited. Normally she's in production and she's the backbone of everything that's happening up here. So excited to have her on desk with me because I wouldn't be up here and everything wouldn't be happening if we didn't have people like her here. Now, with that being said, before we get into any of our action, we actually want to give a quick shout out to our Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last year, Esports Tower Club members have received over $3.9 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but have worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We cannot be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities these players are getting. If you guys in the future end up playing against our Broncos, give us a shout out. Let us know it's you. We always want to see where your story unfolds in the future. Nonetheless, congratulations. Every time I make this read, it just seems like it goes up. Even if it's just a little bit, it goes up. This is just so much money.
Fun esports, gamers.
Most definitely. I mean, Esports Tower is a fantastic organization to be a part of. If only we had something like that when we were in high school.
True. Very true. But it's nice that we are definitely putting more money into what people love to do.
Yeah, I agree. And someone who loves gaming is also the one and only Doc Haskell, and he loves it enough to create some important keys of advice for everyone that is playing. And today, those keys of the game are going to be for Valorant, coming at you from Esports Tower. Doc's keys to the game in Valorant are flank effectively, spend and peek wisely, count cards, call abilities, and click heads. Score pro advice at esportstower.com where you can improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. So now the Mammoths, hopefully they listen to this advice, are hoping to end things in this series on Fracture. Can they take down the Hawks? Will this be the end-all be-all? I don't know. If we don't have people caught out in rotation with their knives out and we have people actually checking their angles this time, perhaps not. But if they don't change their ways, then maybe yes, the Mammoths will walk away with a victory here on a both loved and hated map. And we also want to give a quick shout out to VitaShop. They have everything a gamer could possibly need. Scan the QR code now and check out their latest products.
Alrighty, so we're going to jump into Fracture. Fracture is definitely an interesting map, especially for some of these players, but they're all really skilled compared to me, but it's pretty interesting because of all the different angles that you have to check and all that, and just having the mouse skill just to click heads, you know, like what Doc says, is going to be very useful.
And I know we've been shaking up the rosters already, and we have AKA Mo coming in for Icy, and we also have Soren in for Pryor, and Moonkeeper is now on the side of the Hawks. So, wow, that is a vicious thing to do.
Interesting. Wish I knew most of the people in the roster because everyone's been switching up. I'm not used to what's seeing on screen, but definitely their skill will definitely show.
Jabe is going to go from playing Chamber over to the Yoru, so we're going for a duelist play?
If you pop off on Yoru, you will have my utmost respect because that just means you are both crazy and bold.
Yoru is definitely a fun character because you're going to have to always put like your clones and do all of these different skillful abilities and definitely see what happens next.
Why would you just walk into the molly? There was a firing squad posted up, my friend.
Here.
Alrighty. Do a little bit of an exchange in this pistol round. Is that a collat? Interesting.
Yeah, Redskin got a collat, and we do have Sunny Lee's going to pick up AKA Mo. Rainbow goes down to Hydra. Hydra also takes down Moonkeeper. Hydra is now playing on the Brimstone. ICE actually picks up playing the Killjoy. Lots of different positions being picked up by people here. I like it. I'm here for it.
I like the different comp setup. I definitely like seeing the Cypher. Cypher is definitely good in this map, especially because there are so many like angles to hold, and sometimes using Cypher's abilities definitely would help get that information.
I also like the swap over that we have here coming out for the Sky because it can just allow fast entry using Hawk, getting it around a corner.
And, I mean, in comparison, we do have a pot flash as well for the side of the actual Hawks, but obviously the first one just went off and didn't stun anybody. Instead, Sword just dodged it. Now Cloud Smoke goes up, and Furry Lover rushes in to find Soren.
Got that Vandal buy already in the second round. They're popping off. We'll see that Yoru is trying to player standing.
Yikes.
Very slow round from the Hawks, but obviously they're at a disadvantage with their buys. So we'll see what happens in this next round.
You're going to see that duel that took place in Heaven. Furry picked up 2, and then Moonkeeper found Rezkin with just the shorty. However, ICE then found Moonkeeper. I could see this double peek around, unfortunately towards Arcade, but they did not look up on the high ground long enough.
Yeah.
Keep up.
We'll see how the Hawks will defend in this angle, especially how Mammoth been playing aggressively with their advantage with their buys.
Lots of noise. They are undeterred by the fact that just gives away everything. Also, cute little kitty cat crosshair here for Furry Lover. I had not noticed that earlier.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a cat. That's cute.
We do have AKA Mo going down. Rezkin is holding this angle with Cloud Smoke, praying no one looks. Not sure, I think it's going to be Flash, and then...
Interesting teleport. But, right now it's a 3v3 between these two teams. Moonkeeper about to put on the flash to enter.
We have Brimmy dropping the stimmy for his squad. Rainbow gonna use Flash, the Molly, and the knife. Rainbow will find one. They go down to Hydra. Suni Lee finds Hydra. Rezkin found Suni. Moonkeeper found Rezkin.
They're definitely gonna get those.
I don't know. Maybe. Barely. 0.04 seconds.
0.04. Very, very spicy pick from the Mammoth. From the Hawks, I mean. You see them trying to enter and then getting that information, trying to get an advantage.
There was a lot of util dropped here by the KO. They did find out one person was there, but I don't think they were prepared for 2 on the right and 1 on the left. But nonetheless, they still managed to win that one out.
For sure. So now the Hawks are at a disadvantage in their buy. Got a shorty in their hands. See what happens from there.
No fear. Stomping.
Entry with the doggo. And there's literally no one at A, which is very interesting.
We're playing for a retake, ?
Spike planted.
My camera is destroyed.
Instant takedown from the camera. Trying to see what that Reyna is going to try to do. She gets... Jet gets flashed.
Oh no. We have an exchange, so AKA goes down, Rainbow goes down, Hydra goes down, LJ goes down. It's now 2v3, 3v1, and KJ goes down. Truly, I guess the retake play with full firing squad was the plan. I didn't realize it was going to work out that well, though.
Me too. I didn't know that it was going to work out. Then again, they did. The Mammoths did just run straight ahead, and they got all their information. The Hawks got all their information and what they needed, because I guess the Mammoths played a little bit slow than how they should have.
All right, we've got Orbital Strike, Rolling Thunder, and Neurotheft coming online for the Hawks. Orbital Strike, Knives, and Empress online for the Mammoths. We'll have to see who pops which ult first and how they intended on using them. Neurotheft is great. It looks like going for a pinch play over towards B.
Wow, my eyes are down.
Let's see how that works out. We have Knives get popped. Fire exchange over by Satellite. City Lee looking like they're going to just smoke it off and go down drop. Nope, they are going to remain undeterred and on the high ground. Nope, run away, run away.
Yoru gets the kill on the other side and puts the Hawks at an advantage for a 5v4.
Aww.
Got Reyna jumping in and getting the entry and planting.
Out of here.
Spike planted.
Killed them.
Alrighty, we have Yoru trying to defuse.
I mean, Icy has to go through the smoke. They're gonna put down the swarm grenade, but the issue is that Jabe was so far that they just took it like a champ. Icy does get the exit frag though, doesn't even have to go down, but they did unfortunately have the spike defuse. So that's a little bit of extra econ in favor of our Hawks.
That was a really cool spray through the smoke, getting that headshot on the Brimstone. We'll see how they will approach this next round.
Soren, I question things, but it's okay.
Shutting them down.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be huge, but the reflexes are just too inhuman from the Mammoths, and they destroyed immediately. Empress and Wolf both are used. Furry Lover gonna use the Leer to try and get some engage here. Attackers drop the Killjoy ultimate, so lockdown is in place. Defenders have 6 seconds to evacuate the area as Furry grabs one, Reskin grabs another, spraying through smoke, and I don't think anyone's going to be detained. Nope, Attacker Killjoy does go down. Now we've got Orbital Strike and Rolling Thunder online for the defenders, but it's just 2 of them, and one of them is already at very low health. Rainbow is going to exchange. Oh wait, there's 3. I can count. Exchange fire with 1. Furry Lover is going to take down LJ.
The Reyna definitely does have an advantage, especially with their ultimate, and see how the Hawks will take back if they're gonna get the retake the site and defuse. We have the 2 duelists waiting to get more information, and we have the ultimate pop from the
one enemy
Brimstone, and Furry Lover gets the 4K.
Oof. I mean, the Orbital Strike, I think they did it directly on top of Spike instead of doing it towards Heaven to force someone out of it, and they just gotta sit there. They don't do anything.
Yeah, I wish they did play more aggressively or try to get an advantage, but Furry Lover was already at a point where they had a higher ground for sure.
See, now production gets to suffer along with me on that one. I love y'all. Oh, I can make it so much worse. Oh no, Moonkeeper playing in the corner. Yeah, trade. Icy to take him down. Now we've got Cabbages going out. The Seekers. They're Cabbages. Soren goes down to Furry Lover. And now it is a 2v4.
Last player standing.
See the Brimstone trying to hit something, bro.
Aim check?
Aim check, for real. It's okay.
Yo, Hydra, you don't need to flex on us all. We get it.
Alright, so we'll see where we'll go from here. Definitely like the new gun. How do you feel about the new gun that we have in the new skins in Valorant?
I'm not the hugest fan of all these
techie ones, mecha ones,
the dark ones. It's
dark
just
ones.
the funniest set that I think is the Uranium, like I think it's called the Uranium Neuroblasters. Either way, they just look like the basic set. They're black. They have some dark lines on them. Like if it's a black gun, odds are I'm probably not gonna buy it. It looks too close to just the normal skin.
I see. So we'll see what the Yoru would do, and he's gonna get that kill onto the Reyna.
Soren gets some info, but we do see that Yoru and Soren are both extremely low. Yoru's gonna go into the rift and see what he can find. He's gonna tell his team where some peeps are. Don't exit right there. Oh.
He really just that was a very interesting use of his ulti. He could have gotten a better angle, but
he could have backed off more.
Yeah, a little bit more, but we'll see how the Hawks would defend now that it's a 2v4.
Bro had 10 health and says, I'm going to fade in here, right behind him.
Spike planted.
Like butter, baby.
Headshot, another one.
Oh,
blind.
Just immediately trying to take this duel from drop on 2 of them, and because of that Hawk. Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, just barely.
Brimstone 1v1. Get the stimmy out. We'll see
go.
If this man is going to clutch this round up. Unfortunate. It was like at such a smidge of his crosshair. He could have gotten that, but it's okay. That was definitely a close one from the Mammoths and the Hawks. The Brimstone was definitely popping off with the 3 kills that he got. All good headshots and lucky headshots as well.
Lucky, it's all skill if you're talking to these guys. Now, if I get a headshot, that's when it's lucky.
We got another Bucky from the side of the Hawks. We'll see how that they will play with it defensively.
The ultimate is ready.
We got Neurotheft online for the Hawks, but unfortunately Hydra is gonna round a corner, get 3. AKA will find another. As did that KJ. That was disgusting.
That was a quick one for sure. Definitely very. I don't know what is the thought process. Like, I don't know if it was an eco round. I don't remember what guns they had, but
it went too quickly.
It went too quickly, yeah.
Let's see if they do it again.
They definitely do have a better buy, but we'll see if they're gonna keep pushing that A side.
I don't think we're gonna see a repeat of what just happened. No way. No way.
Got a Yoru putting his teleport and then putting out his decoy.
Pretty standard play.
More intel. Let's see how they will push. Oh my goodness. Reyna.
Time to jump.
What is going on? You were popping off a moment ago. And a lot of back and forth with very interesting plays. But I like the push that the Mammoths are doing. Definitely using all their utility. We'll see how they get their advantage from here. It's a 3v2. The Brimstone. Is he gonna clutch again? He's gonna try to clutch again. That's a better question. In the blind.
Oh,
how did you not know? That was very interesting.
Why would you just not continue to play?
It's okay.
Pumps down.
I've got your trail.
The ulti was
Well,
pushed off.
there's the cabbage.
I like how they call it the cabbage. Some people call it the jellyfish. I still don't know what animal it is.
They're called seekers. I have no idea. I think there's a... I don't know. I think they're supposed to look like some mystical... I called them originally jellyfish, but then someone was like, no, you call them cabbages. And so now I always scream like the crazy cabbage man in Avatar whenever I release them. And that is that one person's fault in Valorant who told me they're called cabbages instead of jellyfish.
I definitely like the cabbages call for it. Definitely more fun. We'll see how the Mammoths will take it from here. It is a 3-7, and now we'll see if they're gonna try to push B this time. The cabbage cart. I'd love to see that. They put doors in the map. Where's my cabbage cart?
Soren finds Furry Lover. Rolling Thunder gets popped. It's going to throw some people, but they didn't... Why would you use that if you're not gonna...
They're not entering.
All
yeah,
you
very
did
questionable.
was push them back for a couple of seconds.
It's a scare tactic, Artie. It's a scare tactic.
Oh, Suni's You should trigger this
Oh
with
my
that
god!
Down into the abyss you go.
Into the abyss.
One enemy remaining.
I guess the push
down B.
in B didn't work out.
No, but that Rolling Thunder was questionable.
Very, very. Jet, chillin'.
Why are you doing this to me?
We'll see if Jet will get any kills, but they only have like 10 health.
I mean, Reskin has popped in the past, but when they whip their crosshair placement...
Reskin, it's okay. It's okay. You have it. It's one of those days.
We all have off rounds, Reskin. Right.
Off rounds, off days, you know.
It's Joanne.
All right, so we'll see what they will do before our next half. We'll see how they're gonna do it.
I mean, the Hawks at least will be going into half two, the second half. Minimum 4, which is good. Anything less than 4 is kind of not great, and that is where, at least in the games that I've played, people are like, let's surrender, and I'm like, I never surrender, so deal with it.
I love that energy. So we'll see how they're going to entry in A again. As that
Orbital
has worked.
strike for entry? Question mark? No heckin' way.
Wow.
Oh!
They're really getting that advantage. That was a good timing.
Okay, that between the breach and the brimstone, that was actually great.
Oh wow. Luckily they got that off. That kill off to the Reyna.
Unfortunately, the spike was planted, so
We'll see how they can retake from here. They got the intel that they wanted. This guy kind of
player standing.
Oh my god, Yoru?
Clutch it, Yoru, clutch it, clutch her kick, clutch her kick!
Oh, we got the bombs. I'm surprised they tried to shoot that. You got the blind.
Get half, get half, get half. Pro stick it, pro stick it! Ah!
Unfortunate.
See, had you just stuck it the first time, I see he stayed in the corner. They're gonna go down anyway to the bomb. But pro stick it, my friend. You don't fake it, you grab it and go.
Grab and go, for sure. Definitely he should have had more confidence because I believed in him, we believed in him, but unfortunately he did not get the clutch play that the team wanted. So we'll see how they're going to approach this next round, if the Hawks are going to come back. Sometimes people just play better defensively. Some teams do play defensively better once they switch out the rounds and all that. So we'll see how it will play from here.
I mean, Fracture is, like from past things I've witnessed, tends to be a little bit more of a defender-heavy map, but it's been a minute since I played on it, even with the changes, so I don't really know if that's still the same thing, especially because, like, drop is not as powerful as it used to be. Now we've got them grabbing in here through A main.
A lot of good headshots.
Furry goes down. Soren finds AKA mode, who just kind of rushed in. Reskin returns the favor, taking down Jade. But Reskin goes down to the duel of drop.
Cage triggered.
Soren, who is going to use camera? Oh, they know who's in the cage.
Soren trying to see what he can do with the amount of information they have. Unfortunate kill from Moonkeeper. He was close with that one.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, wow, what a good one. Yeah, pop the flash. Alrighty, so.
Alright, I guess maybe it's now more of an attacker-heavy map, but we'll have to wait and see.
Rights if you get first pick.
Hawks have a Byron. I want to see what they do here. So, Sheriff, Spectre, Classic. Okay, Spectre, Sheriff.
Well, confidence if most of them had sheriffs. But I like that Shorty. Wonder where the Sky is going to play. But it looks like they're going to be pushing A.
I question everything.
Push A. That's the tactic here.
Oh no.
They really like to push heavy on that and try to get the kill.
I mean, when there's someone from the Mammoths chronically pushing up, and they did this in the last game, why not?
Why not?
Oh, you gonna die, honey? Yep. Hydra goes down to Moonkeeper.
Unfortunate for the Mammoths.
Spike planted.
Definitely playing a very interesting
way. Blinded.
Look at this.
Oh,
he
that's
had his
the first knife out kill.
There you go, Hawks. Trying to win this round.
Walking into a firefight with your knife out, I question many things.
Cool knife. Got a new bundle, but it's not the best place to show off your stuff.
Okay, Hawks bought on bonus. Interesting. No, not everyone. But some people did buy on bonus here for the Hawks. That is interesting because this could totally put their econ in shambles if they lose out this round.
Waiting for that push from the Reyna.
Furry lover, what are you doing, Lesson?
One day, they're thinking one day they'll get that easy headshot. They have so much confidence, but unfortunately it's not working out. We have the other team
Swarm grenade out.
pushing through A.
I mean, I'm all for fake it till you make it, but sometimes you just really, really gotta adjust rather than force.
Gotta step back, but we'll see if they're gonna ever step back. Because right now,
Nice.
I know.
so those kills for the Mammoths.
Neuro that we have the Bald Cypher now in play.
Bald Cypher. His head's too small, so he couldn't get that kill.
He looks so, I don't know. When Cypher takes his hat off, he scares me. Like,
He
it
scares you?
It looks so strange to me.
It's Spy from TF2.
For real?
Alright, so we'll see the different buys. We've got a save round from the Mammoths with the many marshals, actually.
Gotta be careful this round. Again, Hawks still gonna be struggling a little bit on the econ front. You can see some people very, very close to being sub 1,000 creds. Lots of marshals coming out from the Mammoths, though, if they stuck with what they originally bought. I do think some people sold them. It's a little bit of a joke. So have to wait and see.
Trying to push from both sides into B. Getting the smokes down. See how they will entry from here. They unfortunately get the kill. Did not get the
Spike
kill.
planted.
Playing with marshals in Fracture to me is a little bit difficult, especially because some positions are too like up close and all that.
I mean, you're not. I 100% agree with that sentiment, but apparently someone thought it was a good idea to bring out the Minutemen for the Mammoths.
We're at a 8-8 score with the Mammoths doing questionable plays. Don't know like their game plan at this point. Like right now they're trying to full buy.
I mean, they can afford it. That's the thing. I don't know if they were able to buy util or if they just did not like use too much in the last few rounds. But this is a make or break here. They ain't buying for next, they buy to win. Even if they win, the Hawks are still totally fine.
For sure, for sure. The Hawks definitely do have the advantage, especially in their money situation. A lot of aggressive pushing. He got that to work out compared to the Reyna a couple of rounds ago.
But Reyna had backup that time. It still didn't work though, because they lost 2, and then a third decided to push up onto Dish and go down. So now it is a 3v2. Spikeholder didn't even get a scratch on them.
They're rotating, and the Killjoy is and the Jet are sticking at A. Very interesting.
And Yoru only has to use his ultimate here after this plant, or even like mid plant, and can go get so much intel for his team. I mean, totally up to you, Jay, but maybe use it to get some intel, because this is a moment where you could like really shift everything into your team's favor. The tiebreaker will go down from 8-8 to 9-8, but the econ for the Mammoths will be non-existent.
Yikes. So now a 2v2 situation. And now we're going to try to retake the side. The Hawks are now at a disadvantage, and see how they're gonna play from there.
Oh, just drop it through the molly. I've seen that before, but unfortunately there was more than just your own, and Rezkin was holding that angle strong. Defenders finally are going to get a leg up in this competition here. Not much though. We're going to be somewhat, there's still going to be disparity as far as the economy goes, because everyone almost on the side of the Mammoths has to buy again. They have enough to do so, I believe. Maybe we can see Tab here. I don't know. It's up to the person who can't hear me. That's okay.
I liked how the Mammoths definitely played a little bit better in that. The Jet and the Killjoy were definitely working together. So there's definitely a lot more communication in that round, especially because they had to win it.
Stop doing this! You're hurting my soul.
You got a headshot finally.
And now you can't use your dismiss. You have no choice but to run away. Keep running. Keep running, my friend.
We'll see where it goes from there.
You know, your Sky just healed you, and you just decided to swing around the corner and get eliminated immediately. How does that make your Sky feel, huh? Ever question how your supports feel in this game?
Oh my goodness. Spike down. Yoru. Gro had a plan, and it wasn't executed well.
No, I'm still just gonna sit here and question all of furry lovers.
We're just gonna question everything right now.
Like, why? We've seen you do this more than once. Stop it.
Limit testing. I bet he is limit testing.
He's
you know.
limit testing. I'm limit testing the patience of my Skye right now. How much will they heal me right before I die? Because I decide to swing peek a corner that I just ran away from, knowing there's 2 people. When they're in heal animation, so they can't fire with me.
Okay, we'll see where they'll go from here. They're kind of split right now. We'll see how the Hawks will play in this offense.
Empress comes out. No other ult popped. Furry finds Suni.
We'll see what the Reyna is gonna do to the Omen.
Spike down B.
Jade and Soren go down. Rainbow goes down. Moonkeeper.
Is he gonna get something?
Clutcher kick. Don't have your knife out.
Okay.
Oh.
They pushed on him. They sandwiched him.
Yeah, you got smushed. You almost got caught with your knife out, though. Let the record show. Now we are actually seeing a shift. We have the Hawks low on Econ. Not everyone can full buy, but I mean, okay, so here's the thing. With this map, the long angles, lots of people go with Vandal picks, and, you know, headshot to the face, you're either going to take 2 and die either way with light shields or full shields, so it's really pick your poison.
See, I think the op was being bought
No way.
The op was bought by the Cypher. We'll see how he will play from there, because it looks like they are trying to push B, which is probably the right choice, especially with that gun. The op goes out. Don't know if he got any intel on the Mammoths.
No heckin' way.
They're gonna push on them, but anyways, he is fighting a war by himself.
Did Soren seriously buy an op? He did buy an op, and we got the jiggle peek. Hydra trying to live. You gotta get the kneecap.
They didn't try to knife him.
They surrounded the man.
They did surround the man.
You can't just look constantly down your scope. You can't. They just kept distracting him. Oh, that's so tragic.
Now they're pushing to A. That was a very interesting choice of rotation. They waited till their Cypher died, and yet that's how they got intel.
But they lost the op.
Yeah, they did lose the op. We'll see how they will take this point.
I don't think the op was grabbed, though, which might be for the best here. I'm going to be honest. If I were Soren in that moment, that would have been a mistakes were made highlight reel.
I like that title for that reel. We'll see if the Hawks can take this round. The Killjoy is creeping in.
Oh no. Rest in peace, Rainbow!
Wow, that was very interesting with how the game is played. Or this round is played.
That was just a wee bit mean.
A little bit. Now, match point for the Mammoths. We'll see how their buy will look like. They're still able to buy some guns, for sure.
What? Okay. Thank you, Furry. I did not need to see that. But why did you go...
Recalling my bot.
See, as someone who has something wrong with their skill in-game, meaning it's non-existent, even though I love the Phantom, I will not play it on split. Why are you?
We'll see how they will get... We have Jet and Reyna trying to immediately kill the other team that is pushing. They kind of get the intel.
Are we going to return the... Is Rezkin going to experience what our previous sniper got to experience? I question this because that was just cruel and unusual punishment.
We got the Mammoths at an advantage now with a 4v3. We'll see how they will try to go to the site. We have Jet and Reyna.
Do you see that long angle? Just holding, waiting for them, even though they're not going that way.
They're
Reyna's
waiting.
holding drop as well. They're going to go into a KJ, who's going to have... I think just the Brimstone follow-up. Yeah, they're only going to have Brimstone there. It's going to be a late Reyna.
Jet can theoretically pinch off through B main, but the issue is that angle, not great for an operator unless someone is just like, I am here, putting their presence in the middle of the point.
I'm questioning how they're going to entry this because they were debating on if they're going to go underground, but without any good intel, it's hard to get in. We got the Jet
30 seconds left.
Still holding that angle, and then the Killjoy having all their util.
So
someone took out Reyna.
They had Orbital Strike and Rolling Thunder. It's just the issue is that Rolling Thunder gives away your location because you can see where it comes from. Orbital Strike, though, does not, but it can force people out of heaven. It's just a matter of doing it right. Like, you have to push Rolling Thunder forward and push people into the back of heaven and then drop Orbital Strike at the back of it. Now, we do have KJ drop the lockdown. And despite the plant and the post-plant molly, Hawks unfortunately will not win this one. Mammoth hit that 13th round. We have some storm grenades dropped on Hydra just for good measure. And in our best of 3 show match series between Split and Fracture, it's actually going to be the Mammoths coming out on top. And if you are watching and want the opportunity to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with their featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship.
Thank you, Esports Tower, for that demonstration of between the Hawks and the Mammoths. It definitely was an interesting game to watch. I wish I was there earlier to kind of see where the two teams were at, but it definitely showed that the Mammoths were on the cusp of the whole show match.
I mean, game 1 was really close. Went into overtime. It ended up being like we went up to 14-14 or at one point or 13-13. It was ridiculous, but nonetheless they did clutch. With that being said, I know you're only here for one game, but do you have any suggestions for player of the game?
Any player of the game? I think who was even in the team? Whoever. I think the ice person. I think it was Killjoy. IC. That's someone who stuck out to me because he definitely were holding his angles and playing their defense well. So I think that was my choice for a player of the game. Who do you think would go?
So I'm not saying this just to be funny. They actually did an insane pop-off over on Split. My vote is going to be Furry Lover. And so we'll have to see your production picks at the end of the day. You and I are both just giving suggestions. We could see a trio of possibilities here. I don't know. We might just see one. No trios. We're just going to get the straight answer. I'm not going to get gaslit and lied to and pulled around and my heartstrings messed with by production by seeing 3 docs on screen. So we'll have to see who they chose for the player of the game.
Good intel.
Interested. It might be Moonkeeper. They did have a lot of moments. Lots of questioning here. Oh, Furry's just going to get killed. Okay. Probably
Maybe
not.
It's Moonkeeper?
Probably not. It probably is Moonkeeper. Moonkeeper, I'm sorry I slept on you. Oh, wait. Well, technical difficulties. We'll have a moment. One moment. Moonkeeper did pop off quite a bit. They actually swapped teams. They
did?
Yeah, they were on the other team in the first round. So that being said, by the way, I kept track. There was only 1 knife out kill during this game. I should have tracked during game number 1 because game number 1 was horrible with people getting caught with their knife out. Like, stop. Why are you walking into a firefight? Literally walking into the line of fire with a knife out. I don't get it.
They're going to probably miss inputting or like getting too in the moment and probably just click their knives because they're going to be playing like such a close match, so sometimes nerves get to them, you know.
Jacob said something similar, so apparently we just think it's a nervous thing that y'all do. I think it's just a going on autopilot thing, and it does look like our possible player of the game might have been Rezkin. Just don't. Oh yes, it looks like our Esports Tower player of the game is going to be Rezkin. Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Esports Tower. Want to hone your skills and prove that you have what it takes to play at the next level? Head over to esportstower.com and sign up to be a part of all of the action. Rezkin is the Esports Tower player of the game. As we prepare to close this match out, big takeaways?
Any big takeaways? We'll see. I don't like seeing the opt-in Fracture, maybe because I'm just bad, but I don't like seeing how Mammoths played, but they did clutch up towards the end and clean up their act, so props to them. So I think that was a fun match to watch, especially being on desk. So
I'm excited to have you on desk more.
Maybe.
Maybe. I know casting's not for everyone, and it makes some people like hate the idea. We had Large Bagel up here one time. He afterwards was like, I never want to cast again.
I'm actually fine with casting. It's just like some of the I wish I was more mentally prepared, but other than that, I think it was pretty relaxing. So
I think my first casting experience I was not mentally prepared for. It was just kind of like Doc was like, I need you on desk, and I was like, what?
well, that's what I expected with here. So
All right, well, but I want to give a quick congratulations to the Hawks and the Mammoths on an excellent back and forth on the last two maps. Both teams made fantastic plays and came down to the wires, especially in map number 1. The Mammoths are going to be tonight's champions, so congratulations on some bragging rights, but not really much more than that. Make sure to tune in next week on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we have a highly anticipated match between the Stingrays and the Barracudas. We'll close out today's top 5, sponsored by Esports Tower. If you want to improve your game and take your skills to the next level, sign up for free at Esports Tower League and join your free starter club for Rocket League and start improving your skills. Head over to esportstower.com. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, and we'll see you later.
Hopping above.
I have anxiety in my life. What? I don't understand.
Rescan also.
Shot doesn't miss.
3-2.
Sage wall gets busted. Master uses slow. They're looking for an opportunity to get this plant. They're going to do it in line of sight of Heaven. We have Nightfall get dropped, and Master goes down from the off shot from Heaven. No one was making sure that our chamber was taken care of. Kind of momentum shift back in their favor for the Mammoth squad, though. So leaving it, going for a possible exit frag is an option as well. They see the stage. They're going to use a hound on them. They're going to pick up the red.
One enemy remaining.
Oh! Okay, now grab the option.
That 4-3.
Rolling Thunder is online. We might see it used here. Looks like they are going to, but I don't know if LJ knows that there's someone above to their left.
Face your fear!
Nightfall also used by Hawks to try to keep control at this point. Icy from the Raptors catches them unaware. It's going to be
right now it's a 3v3 between these two teams. Keeper about to put on the flash. Enter.
We have Brimmy dropping the stimmy for his squad. Rainbow gonna use Flash, Molly, and the knife. Rainbow will find one. They go down to Hydra. Soon he